missed that decisive penalty in the shootout, actually having been brought on to take part in it. Now Kostulas.
Wide there, he's looking wide, but he wants to play the more difficult one in between the lights. And it's fired high and wide, but the ball into him.
The Gyökeres to start Marino up front, where he filled in admirably, of course, for much of last season. But instead, Harriman Anous, the 17-year-old, is afforded his chance.
Around you at the experienced players, just to give you a helping hand. There's plenty of experience for both sides out there.
Options here for Arsenal, but the referee will step in. 16, were you, on your debut?
Yeah, I was 16. He prides himself on, sorry there, Phil, but you know, how many yards and how many sprints you do in a game. Got a high-octane game, Brighton.
And the corresponding fixtures last season, hinting at the progress made, albeit in the still early weeks of the season. Because this is another one. Brighton took points from Arsenal home and away in 1-1 draws. I mentioned the recent record that Brighton have had coming here, though. Only losing one of their last 5 visits, win at Manchester United at the weekend, and that came as a real disappointment to them because they'd won their previous 3 trips to Old Trafford, haven't they? They advance again here with Simas.
Sure, Phil, good break. I think Rutter should be going across the keeper more there.
There's been a frustration maybe of the last season or so under Fabian Hürzeler, and they haven't quite capitalised on some of their approach. And as we got that foot in, here is Harriman Anous for Arsenal. Does have support from Abera Eze. And still with Eze. Eze helping it on for Mikel Merino. And there was a little hesitation.
So the Arsenal there, Eze in particular looking dangerous.
And Ben White. On the line for Dowman as the flag goes up.
Oh, it's gone early and he's had to check again. Just that little bit of an understanding that you have to have between...
His passport, he wouldn't consider playing him yet. When you look at him in training every day, he thinks he should play every game. He has to find that balance.
Lives up the road from me as well, Phil. Lovely for...
To secure his long-term future when he's old.
It fizzes across it, but the keeper again, Arrizabalaga has got it covered. He's had a good start to the
competition as well, a tournament top scorer. Nobody else actually has managed more than 2 coming into to round 4 this week. Just to put his exploits into context, the former Inter Miami player who joined in January. Getting tight to him this time, he wasn't the only one. Slotted straight into the side at Premier League level. One of those that keeps his place today. He's under pressure again here though, just caught Marino.
Let it up with a little bit of a foul where maybe you're going for the ball but can follow through at the same time.
Selection of his side for this game. Young players deserving of an opportunity, he says. That's why they're here. He knows he couldn't throw them all in at once, certainly in a game like this.
That's very encouraging to see.
There's Van Hecker on the ball for Brighton. The senior members of their side now. And they've lost out here. This is Dowman to take it down, and it is Van Hecker in the way to stop him. And that Arsenal have added to their armoury. And it goes directly where it was flick goal was by Hincapié. The policy is a predictable one.
Yeah, everybody's got a long throw now. What they haven't taken in consideration is the balls are a lot lighter now, so they're easier to get in. From Brighton as well.
So the players comfortable, don't they, in various different positions as they drive forward from Baliba, slipping it through where Kostulas was his...
From Arsenal, so you don't really see players running and driving, getting beyond.
Goals conceded in 13 games in all competitions coming into this one tonight for Arsenal. Given all of their successes down the years, it is somewhat remarkable, really, that they've only won this competition twice and not since 1993. Under pressure here, Kadioglu improvising after Rutter. Well, Mikel Arteta's only trophy in charge was that FA Cup of... Yeah.
Well, some managers grumbling about the lack of finance and signings that they made. I don't think he can have any grumbles with the way he's been backed. Very strong squad.
This competition offering the first chance of a trophy, of course, this season. They'll still beat in the semi-finals. Tariq George has doubled Chelsea's lead at Molineux, quarter of an hour in. With the all Premier League affairs tonight.
Nothing much going right for Wolves at the moment.
He's kept in play, and it will break favourably for Harriman Anus. Does have options. Brighton battling to get back in position behind the ball. Dowman taking over, finding Ben White. White's delivery by his team this season. This could be another where it's needed. Plenty of strength in depth on the bench if he does have to change it later. Here is Dowman. Now Norgard. White is well advanced again, swings in the cross. He might get an backs this season, Ben White, on his recovery from the knee injury that restricted his role last season. This is why he maybe hasn't played as much yet as he would have liked. Lewis Skelly dispossessed here by Ruter, who was impressive up against him and holds on to it. Boscali. Sinas going down on halfway, right in front of the referee, gives it against Christian Mosquera.
Good hands again. Again fizzing across that lovely surface.
Kept in by Eza. Looking on Kadioglu and threatening to go beyond him. Forcing the corner.
Being booed by the Brighton fans there, Eza, because of the
juice from the corner. What a movement in the middle. As there usually is, of course, but it didn't get that far this time. It's away by Ruter.
Their established team, the Arsenal. Just those little gaps appearing.
Ruter is proving a real nuisance, particularly for Lewis Skelly. Has support from Kadioglu here. Capio rising again. Mosquera was behind him. Once more, it was